In this video, you will see a demonstration of concept of word in text. Introduce the written text. The video is one in a series of early literacy instructional videos produced by the Virginia Department of Education, the PALS office at the University of Virginia's Curry School of Education, and Prince William County Public Schools. Teaching concept of word in text is part of a daily, systematic, and explicit instruction with Emergent readers. The Emergent Reader lesson framework follows this sequence. Before reading, alphabetics. During reading, concept of word in text. After reading, word study. In this video, you will see ideas for the concept of word in text segment of the Emergent Reader lesson framework. Concept of word in text is developed within a whole-to-part progression of skills. First, students memorize the text. Then they match speech to written text. Next, students identify words in the context of the text. This requires at least a rudimentary knowledge of letter sounds and the ability to isolate beginning consonants. The progression ends when the students can identify words in isolation. Remember, these words have been previously viewed in the text. Concept of word in text is not an all-or-nothing literacy skill. It proceeds along a developmental continuum. The continuum progresses from developing concept of word to rudimentary knowledge, and finally to firm understanding. Instruction in concept of word in text might follow a weekly cycle. Monday, the written text is introduced. Students work with the whole written text. Tuesday, students work with parts of the written text using the sentences. Wednesday, students work with smaller parts of the text using words. Thursday, students work with even smaller parts of the written text using letters and sounds. Friday, teachers assess students' knowledge of the whole written text and its parts. Prior to beginning this weekly instructional cycle, students must be able to recite the text. In other words, know it by heart. As you are teaching students to recite the text, provide picture prompts. These serve as cueing references that improve memory. To teach concept of word, use written text such as nursery rhymes, jump rope jingles, familiar passages, and language experience dictations. Students should not be exposed to text during the memorization process. In this instructional video, you will see Mrs. Mackey introduce the whole. The focus of this lesson is the second step of the concept of word skill progression, matching speech to print. We do this by introducing a written text that students can already easily tie to a memorized text. The during reading portion of this Emergent Reader lesson is divided into 3 parts. First, there is a review of the recited text. Next is language play. Finally, and where the majority of instructional time is spent, is introducing and working with the written text. Let's watch Mrs. Mackey as she and her students review the recited poem, 5 Little Speckled Frogs.
5 green speckled frogs sitting on a hollowed log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum.
Part 2 of the lesson is language play. Language play includes rhyme, syllable awareness, beginning sounds, and phoneme blending. In this particular lesson, Mrs. Mackey has chosen rhyme as the language play skill. Let's watch as she moves from the review of the recited text to language play.
I hear words that sound alike or end alike. Do you?
Yep.
Good. We call words that sound alike rhyming word. Can anyone tell me some of the rhyming words that you heard? Agnes?
Log and frog.
Wonderful. Benjamin?
One jumped into the pool, then there were 4 little speckled frogs.
And which were the rhyming words, Benjamin? Do you remember what you were thinking? How about this, Benjamin? Listen to what Agnes was saying. She said frog and log. They sound alike, don't they? Because those are rhyming words. Now, can anybody think of a word that rhymes with frog and log? Want to try, Benjamin? Tell me.
Dog rhymes.
Dog rhymes. Excellent.
You will now see part 3 of the lesson. The written text is introduced. This part should take up most of your instructional time. Notice how Mrs. Mackey moves from modeling how to read the written text to choral reading, then to echo reading, and finally to individual reading.
Now, boys and girls, when I read this, I am going to start on the left and I'm going to move to the right. And as I say my words, I'm going to point to each word as I'm saying it. So what I want you to do, boys and girls, is this time I just want you to watch and listen, okay? 5 little speckled frogs. 5 little speckled frogs sitting on a hollow log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. Now this time, boys and girls, I want you to say the rhyme with me. And as I point to the word, we're going to read each word together. You ready? Okay, here we go. 5 little speckled frogs. 5 little speckled frogs sitting on a hollow log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. Now we're going to do an echo read. I'm going to read a line and then you're going to read a line together, okay? And we're going to start right here on the story. So Mrs. Mackey's going to read and then you're going to read. 5 little speckled frogs sitting on a hollow log. Now it's your turn to read together. Ready?
5 little speckled frogs sitting on a hollow log.
Okay, here's our next line. Mrs. Mackey's going to read and then you're going to read. Eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. Okay, boys and girls, your turn.
Eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum.
Now, is there someone who thinks they can do it by themselves?
I can do it.
Okay, all right. We'll start with Jasmine. Jasmine, I'm going to give you my pointer. And you're going to start over here, Jasmine. Let's try that first
All by
line.
herself.
All by herself.
1,
5.
hello speckled frog sitting on a hollow log.
Excellent. How about we let Benjamin do the next one? Okay, Benjamin, stretch.
Okay. Eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum.
You've just seen an instructional video demonstrating concept of word in text, introducing the written text. The 5 little speckled frogs text chart and picture cues Mrs. Mackey used during this lesson are found along with the additional early literacy materials and activities on the PALS website, pals.virginia.edu.